Okay, everyone has their pen and paper along with them? Just a small pen and paper, that's it. Everyone has them? Good to go? Yeah? Okay, let's get started. So today I'm just going to speak a little bit about the organization. For all of you, can you hear me? Am I audible? Yeah? Okay. And can you see my screen? Okay, great. A little bit about Raj Yoga Center. So Virtual Cafe is organized by Raj Yoga Center, and we've had many sessions of Raj Yoga Center, in the center itself, but now last year we transformed and transitioned into online sessions. So this was done under our sister organizations, along with our sister organizations, the Meditation Space Dubai, Meditation Space Doha, and Raj Yoga Center, Oman. So I'm just going to talk a little bit about Virtual Cafe for those of you who are joining us for the first time today. Virtual Cafe is basically by the youth for the youth, and it's just interaction session where we explore, we express, and we exchange. So feel free to just open up and relax, and we just want to have a fun Friday morning, right? Right? All good? Sounds good? Great. All right, perfect. So another small request is for those of you who can switch on your videos, please do so. We'd love to see your lovely faces. Anyone switching on? Come on. Hema, Dinesh, Chandra, Komal. Okay, all right, moving on. So this is our topic for today, healing with high vibrations. And it's basically a tribute to Earth Day. And yesterday was Earth Day, but we're giving a tribute today because everybody's free on Friday. And so the main aim of today, as we all know, that the topic is healing with high vibrations. So let me just ask you a question. How many of you know what healing is about? Like, what is it? Do we know what healing is? Raise of hands, please. Do we know what healing is?
Recovering.
Recovering? Wonderful. Anything else? Okay. So what about does how does this sort of high impact, high vibrations, how does it help us heal? Do we understand that? Anyone? Just a raise of hands. Okay, no worries. This is what we're here for today. We're going to explore, we're going to understand. And the whole aim of today's session is to shed light on how high vibrations can heal us first, then our relationships, and then the surroundings around us. And also, today's session is about how to gain insight of how we can heal and what do we do to make those our practice, our daily practice. Third thing is that we're going to learn that vibrations do have an impact on our mind, behavior, and the surroundings around us. So let's move on to an activity, right? I mean, it's all talk, it's a little boring. Don't you agree? Let's move to an activity.
Yes.
Definitely. Okay, perfect. Let's pump up some energy, guys. It's Friday morning. I know it's a weekend. We all want to relax, but this is also fun. It's interactive, it's a workshop. So I hope you guys enjoy it. And let's start. Can you guys see my screen? Okay. So we have an icebreaker activity. So this is basically a series of would you rather questions. So we're going to have the whole idea is I'm going to give you a this or that scenario, and you can either put your answer in the chat box, or you can, unmute yourself and talk. That's totally fine. So seeing as we have, I think, yeah, we can unmute and have a short discussion as well. And again, requesting for those of you who are still joining in, please, if you can, switch on your videos, keep a pen and paper with you. It will come in handy in the future throughout the session. And okay, let's get to the icebreaker, shall we? So fast, okay, I need you to answer this rapid, okay? So would you rather get stranded on Antarctica or in the desert? Come on, fast. I need an answer. Chat
Desert.
box.
Antarctica.
Antarctica. Oh.
Is there a third option?
Wow. No way. You have to choose between the two. Krishna, please, come on.
Yes.
Which one? Antarctica or desert?
And of course, Antarctica.
Okay, I have some chat coming in too. Desert. Okay.
I'd rather
Would
be
you be able
eaten
to...
by a polar bear than die with cold.
Oh my God, but penguins are so cute. I mean, who
It's okay.
wouldn't want to live in Antarctica with penguins? Okay, great, perfect. Moving on to the next question. Would you rather have a pause button in your life or a rewind button?
Pause.
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 Pause. Majority pause.
It's
Okay,
Muna.
Komal says both. Okay, why is that, Komal? Why pause and rewind both?
Rewind because I can see what mistakes I have done, and pause means to reflect and make the best use of it in the present.
Okay, great. Dilip also says rewind. Uday says rewind. Okay, cool. You guys know, right? There's no fast forward button. So if you go back, you can't come to the future. So, all right. Next question. Would you rather talk to animals that fly or animals that live under the water?
Animals that fly.
Animals live under the water.
Why under the water? May I know?
I like to take dip in the ocean and meet all kinds of creatures inside.
Wow, amazing, beautiful, awesome. Okay, many in the chat box are saying fly, fly. Come on, Dilip, Uday. I'm not getting your answers. Okay, Uday has replied. Dilip. Wow, nice. Dilip says animals live underwater. It's the most unexplored space. That's true. That's true. I choose the same. Okay, going forward. Would you rather live in a cave or a tree house?
Treehouse.
Any day.
Tree house, tree house. Okay,
Yeah.
majority tree house, tree house. Okay, so we have people already there in that sort of mindset where they want to have something related to nature. So I have two more questions. Do you want to go ahead with the two more questions, or you want to just start with the session? Two more.
Absolutely.
Okay, great. Okay, perfect. I love this enthusiasm. Please keep it up throughout the session. Thank you. Would you rather be able to teleport anywhere or be able to read minds? So teleportation, I'll just give a background. Teleportation is where you, as you can see in the icon, it's you get transported to another place with just in a second. So anyone? Okay, read minds, Uday, Madeline, teleport. Krishna, what's your answer?
Of course, teleport.
Piyush, I'm not seeing any interaction from you. Where are you? Okay, we have a few more people who have joined in. Great. Okay, so this is, for those of you who've just joined in, this is just an icebreaker activity and we'll go ahead with the rest of the session. So the next question, would you rather live on the beach or in a cabin in the woods? This is a little tough.
In the woods. In
Beach.
the woods.
Okay, beach, cabin in the woods, beach, in the woods, beach. Amazing. Okay, great. Okay, another one. Would you rather live under a sky with no stars at night or under a sky with no clouds during the day?
Full of stars.
No stars.
Full of stars.
Okay, full of stars. Okay. Dinesh, night with no stars. Wow, okay, great. No stars. Oh, there also no stars with stars. Okay, perfect. Okay, that's it for the icebreaker. I hope all of you have enjoyed this and relaxed. But can someone tell me there is some link with all the questions that I have posed in the Would You Rather session? What is that? Can
I think
someone
it
say?
goes on to show that we all, in some way or the other, like or love nature.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's correct. That's true. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the agenda. So, just to give you an idea for those of you who are attending for the first time, we have a whole 1.5 hour session packed full of activities, interaction, and open discussions. So, we just had the icebreaker activity, and now we're going to have an explore, express, and exchange activity. Then we're going to have the third segment, which is where our guest speaker, Brother Srinidhi, all the way from India, is going to just shed some light with his experience and his insight on the topic healing with high vibrations, a tribute to Earth Day. And then followed by that, we have meditation, after which I urge all of you to stay back for the Q&A with our guest speaker, along with the feedback session. Thank you so much. And there is a pleasant surprise at the end, so I would definitely urge you guys to stay back.
Oh, nice.
Okay. Okay, perfect. Let's move ahead. So we're going to start with exploring. So now I want all of you guys to just reflect on this question that I'm going to put up on the screen. What are high vibrations? I'm going to give you very little time, just a few seconds. What are high vibrations? Just reflect a little bit, think about it.
And obviously, when you say high vibration, I can link it to positive vibrations, positive thoughts,
Correct.
feelings,
Correct.
positive atmospheres.
So I'm going to share a small personal story with all of you. Okay, I'm getting some response on the chat as well. Yes, Dilip, positive vibes, correct. So I'm going to share a personal story. So I live with my brother here in Dubai, and we recently shifted last year into a shared space. And of course, a shared space has its own, pros and cons. So the con was that there were too many different people and too many different people with their own energy. So what I noticed was, now of course we're living in a separate studio and all of that, but what I noticed was that both of us had a feeling of distress, of worry, of indecisiveness. Of course, this due to the entire pandemic situation and all of that mixed. It was just a huge turmoil. And once we shifted to a space of our own, I mean, in both spaces, we had a water body or an element of water close to our, living quarters. But for some reason, in the new space, as soon as we shifted, things just started falling in place, like our energies shifted. And I noticed this not only in me, but even in my brother. And it just both of us got a chance to figure out that okay, I figured out myself that what I need to do professionally, mentally, spiritually to be content with my life. And yes, it is possible because I was constantly practicing a series of strong affirmations that was achievable for me. So I kept telling myself every morning so that I can realize and be aware of my innate values. So all of us have some sort of innate values within us. Do you guys agree? Do you guys agree? Yeah? Yeah, we all do, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So those innate qualities have to come out somehow, correct? So that process, that self-discovery, that path of self-discovery is how, and this is how Raj Yoga Center as well, practicing the meditation helped me to discover that path. So this is what they do, and this is how they pass that knowledge along, how you can pick out diamonds within a sea of pebbles. This is what it is all about, correct? Our perception. Do you guys agree? Yeah?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Yes.
So today's journey is about healing with those high vibrations, with those thoughts, with that positive impact on us, first ourselves. And oh, Dinesh, okay, vibrations which can influence and show an impact on the surroundings. Correct, exactly. That is what it is. So I'm gonna just, yeah. So this is just an emotional guidance scale of how we go into a downward spiral and then there's an upward spiral. So do you see how the downward spiral starts? It starts with boredom, pessimism, frustration, overwhelmed, disappointment, doubt. So I have a small, very small activity in this slide. So let's just take any emotion from this funnel of, downward spiral, and let us see if we can find a counteract affirmation for us to convert that to a high vibration. Can we do that? Sounds good?
Yep.
Yeah?
Mhm.
Okay, great. So, for example, anyone has an insight of which one to take? I've chosen fear. Is that fine with everyone? Yeah? Okay. So, for example, if we take fear, what is the opposite of fear and anxiety? Can anyone share?
Courage.
Courage. Okay.
Love.
And happiness from Piyush.
Love.
Correct.
Do we have love?
Love. Yeah. Peace. Yeah. Yeah. Great. Courage. Amazing. You guys are already halfway there. I think Brother Srinidhi is just going to push us up the hill so that we can get further on with our mindfulness. But this is amazing. So, what I've chosen is that, see, it is strength, it is courage to face whatever comes my way with a determined thought. Exactly, Samir, confidence, correct. So, let's make an affirmation, shall we? Shall we do that? Okay. So I'm a courageous and powerful being. I'm content with all that surrounds me. How does that sound for fear? Good? Okay. Another one. I have the power within me to face any adverse challenge that comes my way. Does that sound good? Yeah?
Empowering.
All right, great. So I'm going to type this out. Do you want me to type it out in the chat?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So in the meantime, I'll just type that out. But in the meantime, let's go on to the next slide. So here I'm going to show you a practical experiment that has happened that a researcher has done. And you can see the power of gratitude, the power of positive thoughts, the power of positive intentions. So let's look at that, shall we? Does that sound good? Yeah? Let's look at some practical experiments. So this is the slide. What are the impacts of high vibrations? So a researcher in Tokyo, Dr. Masaru Emoto, and some of his research assistants, they conducted an experiment where they took the tap water of Tokyo. You can see it's right here in the center of their circle, and they gave gratitude to that water constantly. Continuously, they were giving gratitude, they were giving thankfulness, they were giving positive intentions. And this is the tap water before, as seen under a microscope. And then gradually, can you imagine, gradually, it transformed to something beautiful and magical. this is magnified. Can you see that it is so intricate and so symmetrical? This is the power of positive affirmations. If it can have an impact on water, can you imagine the impact it can have on us, ourselves? So we're going to go ahead with an express sort of session, the segment. And in this segment, you will be put into breakout rooms, and these breakout rooms will then have of course, our team facilitators will be there, and they will guide you and help you out. But you'll be put into groups. I think, how many people do we have?
We have 20, around 22, 21. So we'll have around 6 to 7 groups.
Okay, all right, okay, great.
There will
Thank you,
be 3 in
Satish.
each group. Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go with the first question. Do you feel happiness and peace around certain people in your life? If yes, why is that? So now is when the pen and paper come in handy to you, because I'm going to give you a minute to reflect on this. So just take that minute to reflect on this question. Write down a few lines so that you can have some points to discuss in the breakout room. So after the breakout rooms, we're going to have each group summarize just a little bit about what they've discussed overall. Yeah? Sounds good? Yeah? Okay, great.
Certain people in your life.
We need to explore on this.
Yes, you need to explore, you need to self-reflect basically. What is your take on this? You need to explore that, come up with just a few lines. And yeah, that's about it. You will do this reflection along with the group as well, inside the group in the breakout room. You will do it among the rest of the participants. So we can bounce off of each other's ideas. You can learn from each other rather than learn from researches and papers. I think it is much better to learn from each other, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's do that.
Okay.
Okay, next question. What is your most powerful and positive experience with nature? What is your most powerful and positive experience with nature? This could be anything. For me, it is when I was a teenager, I used to be part of this library, the small, quaint little library in the corner of my street. And she used to host these workshops. So she was hosting this workshop of something with seashells, some craft with seashells. And we had to go to the beach and actually collect seashells. So that is when I found my love and my compassion for nature. That is where I discovered that actually our resources, our natural resources, our earth is in trouble and we need to save it. Because I think me and another girl, we were the only ones who saw this, and we actually had a different bag for the garbage also to collect. We were collecting seashells in one bag and we were collecting garbage in the other. So yeah, it could be anything. It could be where maybe you had a very good experience with a loved one, or you had basically you were one with your thoughts. It could be anything. Hi Uday, yeah, that's totally fine. You can use the chat box, no worries. Satish, is the chat box available for breakout rooms? Can you please confirm? Because someone is saying that they can't turn on their mic.
In case if not available for chat box within the group, so has to come to the exit the group, come to the main
Okay,
plenary.
all right. Okay. Is that good with you there? Okay, he'll reply. Okay, next question. So we all have obstacles, right, in our lives. So just a minute to reflect. The world is full of obstacles, but it is also full of energy of overcoming those obstacles. So I need you to reflect and give me your thoughts on this statement. We will have an open discussion after the breakout room, and definitely we will get some insight and some understanding of this entire session. Okay, Uday is good with that, so yeah. I think, Satish, in a minute, we can start the breakout rooms. Some guidelines for the breakout room. While you're exiting the breakout room, please do not click on the leave button, because then you'll exit the meeting altogether. So just exit breakout. There's an option, correct, Satish? If I'm not wrong.
Yes, yeah, if you leave the meeting, you will be out of the meeting. But
Yeah,
if you
but
want
in
to
case,
come, yeah,
in
once
case
you
by
finish
mistake,
the
if you
group
leave,
discussion, you can just leave the group. Otherwise,
okay.
automatically we will close the meeting rooms within
Okay,
that
all
time
right,
frame.
great. Okay. So for the summarized session of your breakout room reflection, we're going to have just 10 minutes. So yeah.
Yes, Angit, are we ready for the breakout rooms now?
Yeah, I think we're ready. Yeah, you can put them in the breakout rooms.
Okay, great.
I see some that have not joined the breakout rooms. I'm sorry, can you all please join? Sakshi. Also, could you please rename with the name, with your name, because I see someone 182679D4. Can you please rename yourself to your actual name? Thank you.
Now it's silence, Ankita.
Yeah, let's just do a little bit of reflection on the question.
Yeah.
So, do you feel happiness and peace around certain people in your life?
Yes, I do.
Yes, you do.
Just even thinking of someone that you like or you appreciate, you immediately feel happy that you remember someone. Like normally when we remember our friends, like, oh yeah, we had a fun time. So you immediately experience that happiness just by the thought itself.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And just that love that you share with that person, I think that is what brings the most happiness and peace around them.
True.
That love for maybe it's some quality, or maybe it's the relation. For me,
Yeah.
I can think of my mom, like, I mean, I feel ultimate peace around her. Like,
it's like more of a, sometimes there are souls or people around us, like we just meet them and then we feel happy around them, like they're very jolly, they're very funny, and you easily get along with them. It's probably because they have this natural, how do you call that, it's some kind of an aura that as if you are attracted to to talk to them, and they're easy to go along with. I guess it's just vibrations. The vibrations that they give are very positive.
Yeah. Totally. I totally agree that the vibration makes it all come together, I think. Yeah. I think that is why we feel such peace and happiness around them. I want to just go a little off to this thing, but I think even when you go to a religious setting, be it a church or a mosque, whatever religion you are, but you feel peace. I have that feeling, at least. I don't know about others, but I have that feeling. I feel at peace.
That's true. That's true. It's because the natural vibrations of the thoughts, like, in churches or in temples, the thoughts are always, having these pure feelings of connecting with God. So definitely that kind of atmosphere is created naturally.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
if you want to,
true.
like people, when they want to go to feel some peace and quiet, they will go inside a temple and sit there, or they want to be alone or some relaxing place, they'll go to the beach. So it's a
Would you like
surroundings.
to stop sharing your screen so that
Yeah,
speakers
sure.
can be on?
Sure,
Yeah.
sure.
You can pin I think Ankita, so that she goes into the.
I'm sorry, Madeline, I didn't catch you.
Yeah, like you can pin, when you pin, it's you stay there in the. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you mean spotlight. Okay.
Yeah, spotlight.
Okay.
So yeah. But what about this thing? You were talking about, you asked us about, your powerful experiences with nature since it's Earth Day yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's nice
Can
to
you tell me,
remember.
can you tell me your powerful and positive experience with nature?
Well, I love nature. I was born in an island where it was so full of nature. But
Wow.
my most recent experience of connecting with nature is, maybe a few years ago, I was just newly practicing meditation, and I had this. It's a Mother's Day, so I call this a mother and child bird experience. So I had this, I felt I was connected to this bird on that moment. It was a lunch break, and I still remember that very clearly. It's a lunch break, and so I was sitting outside. I finished my lunch, but I had some leftover food with me, and I was just relaxing by the bench. And I saw these two birds. This one bird started coming close to me, and then after a while, this bird was just starting to eat some food. So I had a thought that maybe he's like asking for some food. So I had some crumbles on my food, on my box. So I thought, okay, I think he's asking for food. So I started putting that, just spreading it around close by. And
Really?
this bird started coming and keep picking. But what I didn't expect was, after he picked the food, or he or she flew away, and that's just close to me. She came on top of a car. There's a car nearby, and on that car there's a baby bird, and she started giving that food to the baby bird. I was like, oh my god. Then I started
Wow.
putting removing all that crumbles and putting, and then she started coming back and keep picking it up again and putting it back. And that was a Mother's Day. I remember that moment. It was May. And so I was like, oh my God. So she started giving that food. And after a while, that's not even what happened. After a while, these two birds came in front of me, and they started tweeting and tweeting and tweeting, as if, they're just saying thank you. And I was like so touched that, how the birds are so connected. If we
Yeah.
really just tune in, we can feel their vibrations when they're asking for something, and we can easily give. That's the most powerful experience of love that I saw And that too on a Mother's Day. It's like, you know, a greeting that I was a new mother at that time. So I also felt like, you know, we're sharing so much experience in that. And that's how I felt so connected with nature. So beautiful. And I still remember all the birds. That's why I love animals, birds flying.
Oh, wow, amazing. That's such a wonderful experience, yeah. Amazing.
What
For
about you,
me,
Ankita?
for me, that experience that I spoke about, the beach thing, I think that is what drove me more towards the element of water. Like, I feel very profoundly at peace when I'm near the water. Like, this has happened, I think this has been going on since I was a teenager. Like, I think CBSE boards, they used to just, I used to get very anxious about the board exams. So I think I remember when I was 15, I actually had a panic attack. And that was the first time I did. And we went, my mom took me to this drive. There's that, you know, that Mamzar Beach Road where there's a line of beaches. Like, it's just a long road with just beaches. So we went there and I just felt so at peace then. I felt really calm. I felt really comfortable. I felt content. I felt confident. I felt, okay, you know what? I'm ready to conquer now. I can do this. Like, this is what my feeling was at that time. And I think that has just been brought out further throughout the years. When I was in college also, when I was in university also, there was no water element near me, but there was a lot of greenery. So I would just go and sit out in the balcony of my hostel and just sit there for some time and just reflect or just think or just, you know, be one with myself. So I think that those experiences are really truly important to understand yourself, accept yourself, which is so, so important. So yeah, that is my experience.
That's wonderful. Yeah,
I
you see
see
how
some
nature really
people,
connects with us.
yeah, I see some people are not in the breakout room. Can we have someone share from,
Yeah, maybe we can invite them.
yeah, I think Piyush, Kavina, there's someone, Bindu also. Can we have some sharing
We
from,
have 1 more minute to finish the group meeting, group discussion. So,
okay,
yeah.
okay. So what do you think about the last statement, Madeline?
Yeah, I agree. There is, you know, an energy that is full of obstacles, but there's also, you know, just like nature, when a tree has ended its life, a new seed, you know, emerges. And that new seed is also, you know, giving us hope. So I felt that in this kind of situation where we're seeing so much challenges, I feel it is also at the same time there's another energy that's, you know, on the move, and it's a very positive energy. And if we only you know, ride into that energy and join that positive energy, then we will be in that process of healing, or that's what your topic is today, about healing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
feel that that is our road or our path to
yeah,
a new way of living. It's that thing that we have to catch. So the main thing is to really not see the obstacles, but see that there is something in that obstacle that's taking us somewhere special.
yeah, yeah,
That's my thoughts
exactly.
about obstacles and about this kind of energy that's we are seeing in the world today.
Yeah, 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 that's true. That is totally true. I totally agree because we need to have that energy and that power to just face whatever comes our way. And how are we going to get there? We have to heal first. So, yeah, I think that is a very good thought. Okay, we have our contestants back from the breakout room. So,
Yeah,
how
we
is
didn't
it?
have quite enough time to finish the meeting in the breakout room, but it's okay, we
Really?
could share.
10 minutes? We gave you 10 minutes.
Not really.
I joined very lost, so they need little more time, I think. Sorry for that.
Yeah, and it was my mistake as well. I joined very late as well. I just joined the meeting
Okay.
SL.
Oh, you just joined. Oh my God, you missed our icebreaker. It was fun. It was amazing.
Oh,
No worries.
thank you very much.
Okay, great. Okay, so I'm just going to share my screen, and whatever thoughts you have, those who have joined just now, you can share your thoughts. That's totally fine. We have around, I think we have 10 minutes, Satish. We have 10 minutes, right,
Yes.
for them to
Yeah.
share. Okay, great. So, okay, anyone wants to start? I'll
So
just
we
share
are
my
in group
screen as
1.
well. Okay,
Um,
and what was your experience?
so I just want to ask one of the brothers, Brother Nagarajan or Brother Joji, one of you can share, but we could only discuss the first 2 questions. We could not discuss the third one. So
Okay.
maybe both of you can share 1 minute if it is okay.
Yeah, that's totally fine.
So Brother Joji, maybe you can start. Unmute, please.
I'm sorry, 182679D4. Can you please rename yourselves? I can't.
Sorry. I was talking by muting. Yes, sorry. So anyway, first of all, I am very much impressed with the questions. This question is really notable, and I have noted down. And that question
Okay,
itself
great.
has the
Thank
answer
you.
also. Definitely, some people gives happiness. Who talks what we expect. That was my concept when I discussed. And for the second question, we were discussing, according to me, the more living things around us, the more healthy and beautiful and happy we are. So now we are living in the flat system in the city where we are moving away from the nature. So the more living things around, the more happiness we are. And for the third question, we couldn't even discuss.
Okay, no worries. You can discuss here. Share your thoughts, please.
Yeah. I like having obstacles in my life because once it is overcome, see, we are on top of it. Like once we pass some exams or once we cover those, even if we pass 10th class, we have already overcome it. So all obstacles are like that. So I don't worry about obstacles in front of me. Thank you. That's about me. And I
Okay.
think Nagarajan can continue with his answer because we could not discuss more on our
Okay,
group. Thank you.
Nagarajan, can you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Good morning to all. First of all, my apologies for joining very late. Okay, this is one of the very bad apology. Normally, I used to because I normally will be in time. Anyway, sorry for that.
No problem. No problem.
Regarding the feel happiness and peace around certain people, it is irrelevant to overall around you. If you are happy on your own self, there is nothing will affect you. So I am that kind of person. So no environment will affect my happiness. So I feel myself always very happy and enthusiastic and energetic. So there is no need of anybody around me. Even they are there, it doesn't affect. Then what is your most powerful positive experience with nature is every day I'm experiencing with nature because I'm part of the nature. So I have the experience with the nature and every day is a new life for me. That is a very positive experience for me with the nature. All the world is full of obstacles. Yes, it is a process happening of millions of years is started. So we have come to this stage, having different philosophers telling different things. I am on my own. I'm self-philosopher. I can say I don't follow anybody very literally 100% following, but I will take all the positivities or the very attractive experience from the other people and try to implement on my own life how it works. And I'm experienced on my, I am an explorer of life, honestly speaking. So by that way, these obstacles are the part and parcels of the life process. So you can't call it as obstacles. It is the process of many events, combined of many events. So being as a human, you try to do whatever the best thing that you can do. That is what your responsibility and other things. Don't bother about the obstacles. Don't feel that you are alone can change it. Yes, you alone can change it, because it's a very, very small particles become alive. So it's very, very easy and simple. So that is what my takeaway from this third question.
Okay, great. Thank you so much, Nagarajan. So we have a couple of messages in the chat. So Vishali says, overcome obstacles with energy. Yes, life is not that easy. We get a lot of obstacles, sorrows, tragedies, but that's the time we get the universe to power and get through those obstacles. So yes, that's true. That's correct. And Uday says, I feel obstacles and solutions are all in the mind. It's about your frequency and state of mind. If you think you can do something or you can't. So yes, that's correct. It is about the mind. It is the obstacle, how you look at the obstacle, basically, your perception of the obstacle. So Komal has a very nice insight. She said obstacles also bring opportunity. So opportunity for so much more. And yeah, that's a very powerful thought process. Samir, if you want to share on behalf of your group, we have just 2 minutes. Can you summarize in 2 minutes?
Yeah, thank you. So I would put in a different way that, we were 4 on the group, Vaishali, Komal, Uday, and me. So Uday had some challenges for turning on his mic, but we gelled well as a team, as a group. So that's where we brought happiness and peace within us. I could feel that connection very instantly. That 10 minutes, it was 10 minutes, but it became a big, like, I think we can offline connect each other. What I would like to talk here about the second question. What is a powerful and positive experience with the nature? And everyone came with their unique responses. Like Komal said, it's birds. Whenever she sees birds and she hears the sounds of the birds chirping, it brings very positive vibe in her. Vaishali said about the rain, and when she said about that, I could actually feel the smell of the rain. And Komal is saying about that, that the smell of the rain. So that was something absolutely superb. And Uday came with the beach, So and I had my own way of, like, I like to connect with the nature when I'm traveling, when I'm on the plane, and I like to see from down. So we all have different perspectives, and that's very unique. That's what was very unique in the sharing. And I could feel that the vibration was a reason, when we connected with the nature, and we thought about the nature, the vibration was risen there.
Okay,
that was
wonderful.
an amazing experience.
That's amazing, amazing. Even I love the smell of rain, fresh rain on the ground. So awesome. So hope you guys enjoyed this reflection. For those of you who didn't get to share, I'm sorry. I hope you had your internal self-reflection. You can take these questions with you and self-reflect later when you get the time, when you're sitting, by the beach or anything. So let's carry on. So the next segment is we'll have our guest speaker on. So a little bit about Brother Srinidhi. Satish, is Srinidhi here? He's there with us?
Yes, he's already there. Yeah.
Okay, all right, great. Okay, great. Hi, Srinidhi. Let's all welcome him with a wave.
Hello.
Hi everyone.
Okay, perfect. So just a little brief about Brother Srinidhi. He is a young and yet experienced individual. He is an environmentalist, a media professional, a storyteller, a nature lover, an avid reader, a traveler, and his main interests are spirituality, environment, sustainability, health, media, and youth. Along with this, health related, he is actually, with his background in managing, he's a deputy manager for training and development of the Global Hospital in India, which is in Mount Abu. And apart from this, currently he is a voiceover artist, a radio jockey for the popular radio back in India, Mount Abu, and he's a facilitator. He's a postgraduate diploma in value education. I mean, the list can go on about Srinidhi. So without further ado, I welcome Srinidhi to take the ropes and just put more insight. I think our participants are already there. Probably you just have to push them over the edge. So we're really looking forward to it. So thank you so much, Sri, for joining us, and over to you.
Thank you so much. Indeed, it is.
Gita, would you like to stop
pleasure
sharing screen? Yeah, then thank you.
Thank you. I understand that was quite an introduction, and I do not really believe that such a big introduction is needed for anyone. But nonetheless, thank you so much. And I'm very happy really to join all of you here on the occasion of Earth Day, even though we celebrated it yesterday. But we are on the planet. This planet is Earth, so every day that we are here, it is still the day, I believe. So to start with, because they have said that I am a storyteller, I'll start with a story. And today's topic is healing with high vibrations. So I do not know how many of you have heard this story. The reason this story is coming to you is because I would want to get your perspective to this story as well.
I'm sorry.
Okay. There was 1,000 years from now, there was a very popular healer in the Middle East, of course, in the region where you are. And so was he popular that what he wrote and what he really discovered was sent across continents and passed away to Europe and Southern Africa, came to Asia. His name was Ali Senna. Hopefully, many of you might have known him by his Arabic name, Abu Ali ibn Sina. And he talks about healing in different ways. One of the things that we in modern medicine and the current times that we have understood comes from this story as well. So the place where he was born was a place in Central Asia, a place called Bukhara. So the Prince of Bukhara, a young boy, had a very melancholic attitude to himself. Many people thought that he's a young person, so he's supposed to be like this. So many people ignored him. Over a few months of time, as things passed, many people believed that something was going wrong with him. In his behavior, many people thought that he was starting to become delusional. At one point of time, he started saying to people that I am a cow. And he said that people can kill me and use my flesh for making a stew. And many people ignored him slowly, but every day that he would interact with someone, he would start saying the same thing. I am a cow, please kill me and use my meat for making a stew. Many people can feed off me. Since he was a prince, many people thought that he cannot go on like this and some healing has to happen. Somebody has to come and treat him. So Ali Senna was summoned and he was called saying that this is the condition that he is in. So he heard about his condition, but he did not go to see the patient. From what he had gathered, he said that, okay, what you do is you tie him to a rope, tie a rope around him and tie him to his bed, and I will come and see him. So that was done, and Ali Senna came with a knife, and he said, as soon as he entered, he says, where is the cow? I want to kill it. And the prince, to that reaction, suddenly moved like a cow, showing that, oh, he's here bound to the bed with a rope. And Ali Senna comes with the knife in his hand. He puts the knife to the neck of the prince and he says, Okay, it is the cow, but the cow is not really very healthy. But it has to first eat, it has to grow a lot of flesh and fat around it, and only then we can kill this cow so that we can feed many people with it. And then he left. And slowly the prince started eating more food. And once he started eating, many people would come and talk to him whenever he would eat. Many people would come and give different dishes to him. They would also talk to him that what you are eating, this is a different stuff. And slowly, slowly, it was seen that just by interacting with many people and feeding him properly, made him come out of his misery. He was no longer delusional, and slowly he recovered. So this is the end of the story. Now, I have a question for you. What do you think really did the magic? What did it really work? Was it Ali Senna? Was it the prince's eating? Or was it people who came to him? How did it really happen? It is a very popular story. It is written there. If you can go and search around the internet, you'll find it. You don't have to think, oh, which one is the correct answer. I'm asking you, what do you think? So probably you can unmute yourself and answer.
I think the time that he got to reflect, or the very fact that he postponed, saying that you need some more time, you need to get better yourself first. And during that time, I think his a lot of things changed in his mind. Probably, I think time healed.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Krishna. Uday says, treating the person by imagining yourself in their shoes, maybe. Yeah, being empathetic. Very good, Uday. Thank you.
I think
Anybody
it's
else?
an extension to the empathetic personality, just accepting the people and don't resist whatever they're saying and just be in alignment with what they're saying and give them an opportunity to nurture, in this case was the food, to nurture their body, that reflectively will nurture their thoughts, will nurture their brain, blood, flesh, and everything. And actually, this is how we grow and how we recover, by eating and by eating a healthy food that actually eventually puts us in the right mindset, in the right state. I would think like that.
Very good. Thank you. Thank you so much, Viva. Anybody else? See, it is not a rocket science question. There are three options. You can choose one. Yeah, go on. Bhanu Prakash, I believe.
Yeah, I feel that he wanted to get used, be useful for some purpose. Even when he felt that somebody will use it, but he realized that I am not able to use it still. So he wanted to prepare himself to be useful for others. So in that process, he understood that he can be better, better evolved in that process of trying to help others.
Wow, very nice. Very nice. Very good. Yeah, anybody else?
I think he could not recognize himself first time, and when he had a disillusion, like you said, he was not able to recognize his own thing inside. So when he was given that chance of acceptance from others, then he realized that he is something else.
Okay, very good. Yeah, acceptance came in. Very good. Yeah. More people, come on quickly. It's not a big question. It is just about three options. Who healed him? Whether Avicenna healed him, the food healed him, the people who came to him healed him, or anything else that if you think there is anything beyond the 3 points, you can add them quickly. Everybody has to choose.
He believed that what they are saying to him, he believed them, and then he followed that.
Okay, he believed and he followed. Okay, very good. Anybody else?
It could be perhaps the people that came and met him, spoke to him. That interaction gave him a different perspective. So I think being around people, not being aloof, is also very healing, as long as you're in the right company and they care for you and they understand you. So I think people also play an important role, having the right company.
Very good, Deepti. Thank you so much. That is indeed very insightful to see that, yeah, people have a role in healing. Yeah, they can come and help you heal. Very good. Anybody else?
So healing is actually based on the whole life is based on vibration. So the healing is part of that life. So when you have a positivity happenings around you, the healing takes very shorter. But if it is not done, then it takes longer, but it will heal itself. That doesn't make any big issues, because death is not the end of the road, because you have a lot of things after that. So something will give when you have a good vibration, you lead a good prospects. If you have a bad vibration because of you or the external factors, still it affects your life. That is there. So whether you willing or you don't willing, it is a process that you have to go across. So you convert to the bad vibration to the good vibration. It's up to your way of thinking and taking into the positivity. That's it.
Thank you, Nagarajan. That was very beautifully said. It lies in you. You have the control. Very good. And that is what Uday also says, that you heal yourself. You might need guidance, but you are the one who needs to work. Very good. Very nice. Anybody else wants to put in a thought? So does that mean that I can proceed further? Because they are not choosing any option. There are only two meanings if you are not giving an answer. Either you have not understood the story, or second, you did not listen to the story at all. I don't know which one is true. Okay. All of the answers that you gave are correct answers, really. If you look at the process of healing, just to give an anecdote about how really healing works. I work in a hospital, and I believe all of us have, at one point or the other, have gone to a hospital. People who have ever gone to a hospital, raise your hands, show your hands. Let's put your hands up in the air. Let's just see. I just want to see how many people have gone to the hospital ever. Yeah. Satish, you've gone? Yes. Very good. Krishna has gone. Pandurang, yes, yeah. All of us have gone to hospital. Yes, some of your friends work in hospital. Yeah. Sometimes you might all know that even though if we are not sick, sometimes you have gone to see friends who are in the hospital, right? Somebody is hospitalized, somebody is sick. So we have gone to see them. If somebody has met with an accident, somebody was admitted to the hospital. So we've just gone to see them, just to ask, find out how they are doing, how things are going on with them. And we in the hospital also have, across the world, hospitals have this policy that there is a stipulated time called as the visiting hours, where we want friends and relatives and family of the patient to come and visit them in the hospital. Because we know that even though friends, family, relatives, people, these people might be doctors, they are not healthcare workers, they might not understand anything about medicine, but by just coming and talking to the patient, asking them about how you are doing, giving them reassurances that no, it's all right, you will get better, we're all here with you, that plays a very, very important role in healing a person. And it is one of the primary goals why we want friends and relatives and family members to come and visit a patient when a person is hospitalized. Across the world, it is true. And it alleviates the pain, it increases the healing capacity of the person. These people per se are not coming and doing something. They are not saying that, oh, abracadabra, heal. No, it doesn't work that way. What it means is by your presence, by what vibrations that you create. Everybody who comes to see the patient, they will not say, oh, you are dying. Oh, your heart is having a blockage. No, they will not talk about that. What they talk about and what they really interact is It's all right, we'll get better. It's all right, we'll get better. So there is a reiteration of that thought that you will be okay, will be all right. So this is one of the important reasons why people that you did just now, previous activity that you did. The first question was, there are some people around whom you feel nice, you feel happy around them. Who are these people and why do you feel happy? This is what is one aspect of healing, that people are one aspect of healing. And people themselves don't heal. It is their presence, it is their vibration. What do they think? What do they tell you? That creates an energy around you. And that helps you in healing the body, healing from the diseases. And it happens. Okay? That is one of the first important aspects of healing. The second aspect that I would want to talk about a little bit is about the self, because some of you said that it is important for the person to play a role. We often say it that in medicine, we use this terminology called as the placebo effect. Have you heard about the placebo effect? Anybody who has heard about the placebo effect? You can raise your hand, or you can probably use the reaction tag and raise a hand and show me. Yeah, many people have heard of placebo effect. So what is a placebo effect? Placebo effect is a simple thing where you don't need really medicine, but you give anything. You could just give him a glass of water, and you could just give him something in his hand or in the patient's hand and tell that person that this is the medicine and you have to eat it. And when people take that medicine, even though it is not medicinal at all, even though it is just water, it has worked wonders. People have been healed. And this, in modern science, we call it as a placebo effect. And the contrary to this, also there is a terminology called as a nocebo effect. Sometimes, even though you are giving the medicine to the patient, but if the patient believes that no, he is sick, he cannot get better, he's about to die, then no matter how hard you try to heal that patient cannot be healed. And it is called as a nocebo effect. That in spite of medicine, a person cannot get better. It is true, it is there, it is well documented, it is scientifically proven and is studied across universities. So these are these two things. So if I now ask you a question, what was there in placebo and what was there in nocebo? What difference both of them had? What did the patient think when he was under the placebo effect? What did the patient think when he was under the nocebo effect? What was the difference?
His own thoughts.
Yeah, Pandurang says thoughts.
His
Very
own,
nice.
his own thoughts.
Komal
Yeah.
says belief. His own thoughts, Samir. Yeah, very good. So do you see this? So this is something which is documented by modern medicine. It is proven. And that is the reason in cancer hospitals, in people who are dealing with terminal illnesses, it is important that there are counselors who go and talk to them, make them think positively, give them positive inputs, teach them positive thinking. This is part of our healing now. So that is how important our thoughts, our very own thoughts are. If those thoughts are not there, then probably we cannot heal. First, to heal oneself, a person has to be positive about oneself. What he thinks, what she thinks is important. And what we think has an effect on our body. If the body is sick, the body can be healed first with I having a thought that I am healing it. It is my body and I will heal it. The second is, of course, the presence of people who also give you that positive vibration. They come, they surround you with that same energy. Now, I'll go to the last part, but before we go there, I'll have one small moment of reflection that probably all of you might have. Okay? In one of the previous activities, you've also done that, but just to get there, to go there in that space. All of you told us what was your experience with nature. What is your most memorable experience in nature? For a moment, I want all of you to close your eyes. It'll not take more than a minute. So close your eyes. Close your eyes. Think about a space that you have been, a place that you have gone physically, a place in nature that has given you a sense of relaxation. Go to that place. See that place. How does it look like? What do you see around? Observe. Feel the energy of that place. What does that place smell like? What does it feel like? This place that I love so much. A space where I feel a sense of belonging. Look at your feelings. What do you feel? How do you feel? Very slowly, open your eyes. Okay, very quickly, tell us what did you feel?
Serenity.
I know it is a meditative experience. Serenity, very good. Excitement, Komal, yeah.
I felt freedom.
Everybody can share. Freedom, Krishna,
Yeah.
very good. Freedom.
I felt
very good.
love.
Love, very nice.
Kind of renewing the energy.
Yes, renewing the energy, very nice.
Open
Komal,
up our mind.
introspective.
Open up our mind.
Opening up our mind, Panduranjia, very nice.
Refreshed. I felt refreshed.
Felt refreshed, very nice, Samir. Very good.
I
Felt like discovering.
I relived
Yes,
the
Samir.
moment. The
You
relived
relived the
moment.
moment. Yes, very nice. Relaxed, yes. Very good.
Yeah, relaxing.
Relaxed, very nice.
Yeah, gone into silence.
Went into silence, yeah. Piyush says he felt untangled. Yeah, very nice. Very good. Do you think at this moment, when you reflected and when you went into that space, did you consciously try to be, oh yes, I'm a peaceful soul, I'm a loving soul, I'm a free soul? Did any of us try that? Did any of us try that? No, we did not. We did not make an effort. It came naturally. Yeah, very nice, Koma. Did it come naturally to everyone? If yes, raise your hands. Raise your hands if it came naturally. Yes. Yes, it came naturally. Very good. So what I'm trying to tell you here is when we said that word naturally, that it is the very nature of the nature to heal us. But what we really need to do is we need to allow. I think one of the third questions that the second questions that you have is about what is that space? What is that place in nature where you would want to go? Many people said beach, some people went to a forest, some people went to different places, and I believe all of us did that. So nature heals us. It does. It does. It is just its nature to bring everything back to its original thing. This year, the Earth Day, the theme for Earth Day was Restore Our Earth. It meant to go back to where you were. And what we did just now as a meditative experience of just reflecting and going into that space, that relaxed us, that made us whole, that brought us to that space of completeness. And what we did really is by just reflecting and going back into that moment, we resonated that space in our mind. We created that vibrations. And we had that memory of that place giving us so much. And just by revisiting it in our mind, in our own mindscape, we created the same image. And that does the same work. It does the same magic. I think I have taken a great deal of time. I'll sum up with the last thought. Dadi Janki, one of our greatest motivators, who has been a pillar of strength and support for many of us as a guide and as a friend. In one of the programs about environment, he said this, and I'll say the same thing to you as well. Many of us, when we go to nature, when we are tired, when we are stressed, when we have confusions, when there is a lot going on in our heads, we go to nature, we go to a beach side, we take a small break, holiday, go to a hill station, go to mountains, go to forest, go to a garden or a park. And we know that just by going there, it helps us relax. So here, nature is trying to heal you. And Dadi asked this question, that since nature is healing you, do you not think so? The other way around is also true. A simple mathematical equation would be, if A is equal to B, then is B not equal to A? If nature can bring a feeling of healing to you, if nature can make you relaxed, cannot your relaxed state of mind heal nature? Scientifically, it is true. Common sense holds it true.
Very nice, awesome.
Yeah.
Newton third law.
In reality, that is what is true. If I become peaceful here, I bring peace to the nature. When I go to a peaceful place, I feel peaceful. But when I become peaceful, I give that peace back to nature. I create that peace in the nature. When I'm loving here, when I create the thoughts of love, I give that love to nature. I don't have to sit here and say, I'm giving love to nature. Of course, sometimes we have to do that. But when I become loveful, when I radiate that energy, when I radiate that thought, it naturally heals. When I create happiness around me, when I create that happy state of being, I give happiness to nature. And this, about being peaceful, about being happy, about being loveful, is the high vibration. This works wonders, and it has. Even if a person might not understand it, but it works. You don't have to think that I will go to the forest and be peaceful. No, you just go and that will have an effect on you. Just you think here, that will have an effect on you. Naturally, it does. It does. And that is why for centuries, people, wherever you see, across cultures, across the globe, monks, nuns, saints, have always gone to these places to find profound wisdom. that healing happens. Not only that, people, when they were sick in the olden times, they would go into seclusion. They would go to mountainous regions. They would go to a place close to the river, but they would come back healed as a different person. And the converse is also true, that there are people who would heal their nature as well. They would just hold some water and they would say, this will heal you, and belief will work. Your own belief will work, that strength will work, the strength of the nature will work. So that is all, and I believe we all have had a very wonderful conversation. Thank you for being so participative. And this is what we need to do. Sit here, vibrate high energy, and this energy, the high vibration, is not something that has to come in artificially. It's just who we are, who we naturally are. If we resonate that, that will slowly come into our actions and our words, and we will heal the planet. Thank you. Okay.
Thank you so much, brother, for that insight. It was lovely. In fact, I had that self-reflection and I felt love. I feel that yes, people do have an impact on how it heals us and how we react, how we resonate. So yes, self-healing, the effect of our own thoughts and the surroundings, and it was just amazing to hear from you. And we would also, will you be conducting a meditation right now? Maybe we can have like a 2-minute, 2 to 3 minutes. Is that okay?
For sure. Yeah, that's all.
Or do you want to have the Q&A first and then follow that with the meditation? What do you prefer?
I think we'll close with the meditation because that will sum everything up. So we can have a Q&A.
Great. All right. Okay. Perfect. I'm just going to share my screen with some music and yeah.
Hi. Take this few moments to reflect on my own being. I see my own self. I see my place in the nature. I am the being of peace. Peace is who I am. I vibrate the energy of peace. as a wave of peace originates from me and spreads out. This wave goes out and spreads the energy of peace to all beings of the planet. Another wave of peace originates from me and touches the elements of nature. The forests, the trees, the plants, the waters of this planet, the rivers, the lakes, the great oceans, all resonate with this energy of peace. The mighty winds, the breeze, the very air, and the entire atmosphere is filled with peace. I create another wave of peace. This energy of peace radiates across the space to the sun, to all the planets, the stars, and to the entire unlimited universe. There is peace all around. I am a peaceful being, and my peace brings peace to the whole creation. I send out the healing energy of peace to the whole universe. I'm a peaceful being. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti.
Thank you, Brother Srinidhi, for that lovely meditation. We loved having you on with us. Hope to have you on for future sessions. And thank you. Take care. I urge the rest of you guys to please stay on. We have some feedback and a surprise share as well. So let's move on to that. So here are some Earth Day related affirmations for you guys to take back with you and just reflect on this. I urge you all to go reflect on this with nature, be one with nature. And any questions for the speaker? Anyone? No.
Yeah. Nowadays, most of us are in traveling restrictions and all these things to travel to different places which we love to visit normally. So given the fact that working from home and to create that atmosphere what we wanted to have, you can share some insight on that where while sitting inside in one place and we want to create that experience all the time. So how is it possible, and is it really possible, or we need to go outside to have that experience?
Thank you, Satish. It's a very beautiful question that you have put on, and I believe many people during the travel restrictions that we are in crave for that kind of space, because when I was introduced, one of the words that was used was also that I love traveling very much. I have traveled a great deal, and I believe it is a great fortune that I have. And it is indeed a fortune for many of us to have journeyed across the globe, seeing different parts of this beautiful planet that we call home. But I think the answer to your question, Satish, lies in the activity that we did. That when we went back to that place that I love the most, the place where I felt, that place in nature that I felt relaxed, energized, untangled, energized, healed, excited. So now we all have that tool. So we don't really need to have that landscape in front of us. We have our mindscape here. And in that mindscape, I can create the exact same landscape, soundscape, and I can escape to that place. It is possible. And we did it. We have already done it. It did not take more than 2 minutes for us to do it. And it is important for us to, especially at this point of time, because the pandemic has hit many people very badly. Many people need that kind of sustenance, need that kind of care, that kind of high vibration. And if we can go in and we can create that space, recharge ourselves there and come back, it will work wonders. And that is what is needed. Luckily, you're all meditators, you all know how to do this, and people who are non-meditators also can do that same activity. Please teach it to your friends. And do not tell them that it is some meditation where you have to sit, close your eyes and chant something. No. Allow them to experience this. It hardly takes 2 minutes and everybody will be able to do it, because everybody has had a beautiful experience on this planet. They have gone to nature and nature has given them bountiful. And we just have to remind them of those experiences, take them to that space where they come to that fullness again. And it will work wonders. It will help. It does. And this is what is the need of time now.
Thank you, Sumit.
I hope that answers the question.
And I believe that this will help even some of our colleagues. They call and ask for help in terms of like kind of depressions, things like that, when they're in negativity mode. So I believe that our positivity can help them to heal as well when we practice these tools that we are using to send that positive vibration to those who need as well. Thank you so much.
Okay, lovely. Any other question? One more question maybe we can take. We're running just slightly late. I'm sorry about that, but that's totally fine if you guys are enjoying the session. What is time, right? So go ahead, ask your questions, please. Anyone?
This is Samir. There's not a
Yeah.
question, but just like to give a feedback or an insight. Srinidhi, you gave a very wonderful thought that we can heal back the nature. So like we are always expecting something from the nature, and the reverse that you shared is absolutely brilliant thought. And I think we must spread this very fast, rapidly. So collectively as a team that we all 20 participants are now on board, at least we should spread this very fast, rapid. So that's how like we will, we can heal our world. Thank you for this thought.
Thank you indeed.
Thank you, Samir. Lovely.
Anybody else wants to share their thoughts or feedback?
Yeah,
Heba,
any feedback?
how about you, Heba?
Anything?
Because you were quite active last time. We would love to hear something from you as well.
To be honest, I really enjoyed all the material was shared today, although I came a little bit late and I missed the icebreaker and I missed partially the exercise. But like I'm really happy. The fact is like within the current time or always actually we need kind of a reminder who we are and what's our nature and what's our higher supreme connections. These kind of reminders actually keeps you online all the time with yourself, with the rest, with others, with nature. So this is how you keep yourself alerted all the time. So these kind of sessions actually that keeps me going on. Every now and then, these kind of heartbeat streams, ups and downs. I believe that this is life. It takes you down and up every now and then. But like to maintain as high as possible, I keep charging myself with these sessions, and I'm very grateful that you're planning and organizing, guys. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you so much, Heba, for those kind words. Lovely to have you on with us. And I've seen you come on regularly, so wonderful. And Samir, we hope to see you as well in the next one because you've been super active. Nagrajan, all of you who have been really active, please join in for the next session. We always have this every month. And I would also like to request for those of you who have any feedback, is it okay if we use your name and for our testimonials, just for us to put it on our website, on our brochure? We have a website, rajyogacenter.org, where we give out our thought for the day and things like that. So is it fine with you guys? Just checking. Would you guys be able to? Yeah, that's okay. Samir, Heba?
Yeah.
Are you fine with it?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, sure.
Okay. Any
Yes,
other
I'm completely
feedback? Okay, great. Thank you so much. Any other feedback? Nagrajan, I think Jiju also is really active. Joji, I think he's exited the meeting probably.
If you allow me, I would like to add something. As we were discussing, I was writing the notes and, we're talking about healing. So we are talking about healing the health, right? Our health. So HEALTH. So I was just underlining the words and I found that the heal, HEAL, lies in the health. So it's within you that you're gonna heal your own self. So that's what I got present to. I'd like to share this with everybody. And that's what Srini said, that you are the one who going to heal yourself. So that's a profound present that I got to,
Amazing. Thank you so much, Srinidhi. I think the feedback has been super amazing and it's been a pleasure to listen to you. This is the first time that I'm listening to you as well. So lovely to see you here and loved your insight, loved the entire session. So yeah, we're taking back a lot of things with us, guys, right? A lot of wonderful thoughts. So I
And
think
also,
that's...
if you feel that this session is good for like-minded people like us, if you have any friends who maybe you think that will be useful for them as well, you can free to share our invites so that they can also take maximum benefit out of this. Thank you.
Great. So we also have a WhatsApp group. The invite link is there in the chat. There's also feedback form link that's being shared here. We would love to hear from you, your thoughts. It would just take 1 minute to fill up the form whenever you get time. The link is there in the chat. Also, the link.
Also share the link in the WhatsApp group, I think.
Yes.
Will we do that? Okay.
Yeah, we
Perfect.
can. Yes. And there's a WhatsApp group. It's quite active. We are also sharing the invite to the WhatsApp group in the chat.
So yes, we urge you guys to join because we have some wonderful sessions coming up. I think, yeah, Sangeeta has put it in the chat just now again. So please join in. And yeah, I think that's it for today. It was a wonderful Friday morning. Don't you guys agree? Very invigorating, right? I feel like as if I don't need to go anywhere. I can just bring whatever I need to me. So just a few takeaways. These are just some Earth Day related affirmations, and we would love for you to take these away with you and just reflect, think about it. Maybe, you know, in this invigorating session where you're just one with yourself and you're going back to that space in nature, and you can take a screenshot of this, save it with you. We'll share it in the WhatsApp group, and that's it. Thank you so much. It's time to close. We're already over time. So thank you so much for sharing and for your feedback. And Srinidhi Bhai, wonderful. And hope to see you guys soon in the next